Hello. Let's see if I can tag anyone in here. I don't think it's going to let me because I'm signed in as. We'll see and wait and see if somebody jumps on here real quick. Okay. Is that you, Renee? Are you on here? Just say yes so I can see. Okay. You're the only one I get to tag anyway. So now that you're here, you can tag your friends, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started. Okay. My name is Lori DeMike, and I am an independent epicure consultant. Epicure is really new to the United States. It's only been here since July of 2019, but it's been in Canada for 25 years. It's a company that is a completely debt-free, owned by women, run by women, developed by women, debt-free company in Canada, where a mom decided that she was going to start making her own spice blends because she was tired of all the crap that people were putting in foods. So she did this and 25 years ago, and she started selling them in farmers markets until she couldn't keep up with the demand. And then she started doing tasting parties with her friends. And again, she couldn't keep up with the demand. So she went to a direct sales model, which enabled her to stay home with her kids and me to stay home and make an income from home. I have been unable to work for about 3 years, and I was at the point where I was going to file for disability. And then Epicure got dropped in my lap, and I love doing cooking videos. Not everybody does, and a lot of people who do Epicure do not do live cooking videos. But I've been doing them actually for free for about 4 years. So I decided I had nothing to lose by giving this a shot. So I got invited to a party on January 28th of this year. And I looked at some of the items that I thought I might be interested in buying. And one of them was the multi-purpose steamer, which is back here. We'll talk about that in a minute. And the other was the Mexican kit, which we're going to use tonight. All of that was in the kit. So by the time I added it all up, I wanted the prep bowls as well. And by the time I added it all up, I was already spending more than it cost just to get the kit. So I decided to go ahead and take a chance on the business without even trying a product. And I haven't looked back. All Epicure products are 100% gluten-free, made in a completely tree nut and peanut free facility, no eggs. So that takes care of a lot of the allergens. Everything is low to no sodium and sugar, which my husband's diabetic, so that attracted me too. But I just thought, I'm going to give this a try. And it has been amazing from day one. There are 3 ways that you can get into Epicure. The first is obviously jumping into the business and seeing if this might be a blessing to your family. The second is by hosting a party, which Renee has decided to do. And we're going to hope that she qualifies and we get her some free and half off products, which is the goal for me to get all my hostesses there. And if anybody books a party off of Renee's class, she'll get an additional half off item for the first person that books a class off of me. If you're local, I'm happy to do in person. If you're not local, I am happy to do an online for you. And the other way to get into Epicure is to be a customer and to shop. That's what we're here for. I want to show you a few things, and I want to try to make this fast, painless, and just have you guys enjoy what I'm doing. Today we're going to make a couple of things. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to make is a drink. Inside my Vitamix, which I'm going to take over there, I have some frozen watermelon, and I have a few frozen strawberries. I always forget one thing. Hold on one second. This is like the most important thing too. And in this jar, I make a concentrate of our Hibiscus Bliss tea. That one is still available, but it's going away. It's a seasonal item. So good. Really fruity, grapefruity. Let me get my box here and I can show it to you. What's in it is organic hibiscus flowers, organic turmeric root, so it's good for inflammation. And it tastes kind of, to me it tastes grapefruity. I just really like it. So I make it ahead of time in a concentrate and then I chill it. So in here I have about a cup of watermelon and a few strawberries, and I'm gonna add probably about a half a cup of this. Then I'm gonna add, where is it? Just had it in my little hand. Oh, it's over there. See, another thing I forgot. I have my glass rimmed in summerberry. Summerberry is like I never have less than 3 jars of this in my house. It's dried raspberries and strawberries, hibiscus, which is really good for you, and rubus. And so I'm gonna add a tablespoon into that just for a little tiny bit of sweetness. The tea is not sweetened. It's herbal, all caffeine free. Okay, so I'm gonna take this over here to my Vitamix real quick, and I'm gonna turn it on. It's gonna get loud, but that's okay. It'll only take a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, entertain the troops. Where's my lid? See, you guys, I always think I'm prepared, and then I'm not. Where is my lid? Okay, maybe I won't make that right away. Oh, yes, this is my life. This is what happens when you get older. It's sitting right there in front of your face, and yeah, okay. I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I will be right back. Oops. Okay. Just like that. Look at that. Doesn't that look yummy? I'm gonna pour it in my glass here. Oh wait, I was gonna add tequila. Maybe I'll just put a splash of tequila in the bottom of my cup. Stir it up with my straw. That was a splash, wasn't it? Looked like a splash to me. I want it all. Okay, most people start with dessert. I start with drinks. Where's my straw? Okay. That is so good. It just made the angel sing for me a little bit. You get the watermelon. You get the grapefruity of the hibiscus. A little bit of sweetness. A little bit of strawberries. That's good. Okay, so we started with our drink, and the next step we're going to do is we're going to do dessert. Okay, I'm going to make today, and actually, believe it or not, this is the first time I've made these, but all of the people in my team keep telling me how amazingly good our Brownie Bliss, our Chocolate Bliss brownies. They're gluten-free. Okay, so there's no guilt. They're lower in sodium or lower in sugar, so there's, oh, let's see, 10 grams. 10 grams of sugar and 15 carbs in a 12th of this. So that's pretty low, actually. And really, most of the carbs are from the chickpea. It's actually made with chickpea flour. All right, so this is the recipe. Watch this. We're gonna put it in this bowl. And then I'm going to take one of my portion scoops, which this is the half cup. The portion scoops come with our Epic Life collection, which is an amazing collection. Gives you a huge assortment of all of our different products. And it lays out a plan for 90 days with recipes and everything for you to try to eat healthier and do more portion control. So these are the portion scoops. This is the half a cup. So the recipe on the bag calls for oil, but I'm going to use butter. That's usually what I do. I'm gonna just go ahead and throw that in. That was 1 stick of butter melted. And then 2 eggs. And here's the cool thing about this is you can make them in the oven. All of our silicone is 100% food grade silicone, no leaching, no crazy chemicals or anything like that in it. Right now, just you and Kay, Renee, I think. I can't tell, but that's okay. They can watch the replay. All right, so if you know anybody or have anybody in your life that's gluten-free, This would be a great product for them, and you'd want to reach out to them. Maybe tag them in this video or share the video. Or just invite them to Renee's class. We're going to close in a couple of days, so it'll give you a chance to get somebody in, get maybe a couple people in here for her. So that's it. Just butter, eggs, or oil. And if you want to make it vegan, most of our products are vegetarian, but almost all of them except for one actually. But all of our products, except for the ones that have dairy in them, can be made vegan as well, based on your choices. You can do a flax egg substitute in here, and it works just fine. All right, I'm gonna cook these in the microwave in my round steamer. And they say that it only takes 4 minutes. If you cook them in the oven, I have heard 12 minutes in the oven. You can also make cookies out of these, and we have a burger press that you can make ice cream sandwiches with, not just burgers. You can actually make ice cream sandwiches with it. It's really cool. Make sliders too. It's one of the items that will be going away. It's a seasonal item. There's a list in the party of our vault list. Those are items that are going away for the season. Some of them might be back, some of them might not be back. So it's a great time to stock up. Ooh, that's good. I think I'm gonna throw some chocolate chips on top of there too, because I like them. These are actually sugar-free chocolate chips, and I love them. Lily's, buy them at Walmart. I use them for everything. I'm going to top it with chocolate chips, pop it in the microwave. Okay, do I need to put the lid on this? I don't think so. I'm not gonna. My friend Kay actually jumped in here because she loves to watch me do videos. I don't know why, because I'm really not good at it. But all right, so we're going to pop that in there for 4 minutes. All right, so we got the brownies started. The next thing we're going to start is our fajitas. Okay, so this is the Mexican kit that I was talking about, that I wanted to buy, and this is a really great place to start. It's under $30. You get the poca picante, we're gonna make that in a minute. Guacamole, gonna make that in a minute. And then the fajita seasoning. And 2 packages of our enchilada meal solutions. This is really, really good. And you can make it vegetarian, you can make it with meat, you can make it into a casserole, you can make it into regular enchiladas, you can do, all of our stuff is super, super flexible. I mean, you can take any one of our seasonings and make a dressing, a salad dressing out of it. I mean, it's just really, really super flexible. Okay, so I'm going to show you when the brownies are done. I'm going to pop it. This is a low carb tortilla, and I'm going to show you how in a minute and a half I can make low carb nacho chips, taco chips with this. Okay, this is just one of those carb mission tortillas. And I usually put a little seasoning on it. Today I'm going to try something different. You can make potato chips in it too with our mandolin. This mandolin is under $30. I think it's like $27.50. This is the best thing. You can slice really super thin potatoes, put them on this, and you can make potato chips oil-free in your microwave in under 3 minutes. It usually takes me 2.5. So today, the spice I'm gonna put on here, oh gosh, I love this stuff. It's called Feisty Green. Think jalapeno ranch, okay? Really good on corn, really good on street corn. It's kind of like that. It has Parmesan and it has jalapeno. It's not super spicy though. Organic lime powder, organic cane sugar, and matcha green tea. It's just good, okay? So I'm gonna try to do this without, all of our spices are real food, so it can be chunky sometimes. All right, so I'm gonna just rub that in really good. I'll tear it in half too. I tried one time to cut it up into chips, but then you can't fit them all on there. So I just decided that I was gonna do it like this and then break it up after the fact. Okay. These will be done in a minute and a half, and then we'll put that in there while I make the fajitas. This is the multi-purpose steamer. This comes with that crisping tray. You can make bacon in here. You can make a whole rotisserie chicken. There's actually a video in the party on that. You can pop popcorn. You can make perfect rice in 16 minutes. You can boil your pasta in here. Our macaroni and cheese is the bomb. You can make that in here as fast, if not faster, than Kraft macaroni and cheese, because you boil your pasta in here. That only takes, from start to finish, from water to adding it in there, under 8 minutes. Then you stir in your butter, and you stir in your milk, and you stir in your mix. I add a little extra milk, and then I throw in a handful of cheddar cheese because I'm just used to my macaroni and cheese being a little bit orange. So it tastes exactly like homemade and so much better for you. Okay, so I am going to, my husband, believe it or not, my husband and I prefer dark meat chicken. I know, we're weird, but we like it. So I have some skinless, boneless, I also shed like a dog, skinless, boneless thigh meat here. And I'm just gonna cut them. These are my Prep Pro scissors. These also came in the kit. Again, like I said, by the time I realized all the stuff I wanted, it was just a better deal to go ahead and give the business a shot. I'm familiar with direct sales, so it wasn't a stretch for me. And doing the videos is not a stretch for me. But like I said, you can do, we have a lot of people on my team, Faith Over Fear, Team Faith Over Fear. We have a lot of people on my team that don't do live videos. Some do live, but they just basically show their hands because they're a little bit camera shy. But some don't. We have a lot of training and a lot of things in our back office that will help you with that. I think I'm actually only going to do one thigh because it's just my husband and I tonight. Let me wash my hands real quick. Then I'm going to take these brownies out. And they are done. Just like that, 4 minutes. Imagine for after school treats. We actually have a special right now called Lunchbox Sweet Treats. It has, I'm not sure, I know it has banana bread. Yeah, there's a picture of it. If you're interested in it, just put Lunchbox and I'll tag you in it. Okay, let me put this in here. Like I said, it usually takes only 1.5 minutes, so I'm gonna pop 2 minutes in there. And then I'm taking the easy way out because that's how I am. I do kind of things my own way. The older you get, the more you look for shortcuts and you work smarter, not harder. I love to buy these from Walmart, believe it or not. It's just onions and triple colored peppers. It's already done for me. It's frozen. I love that. And then I'm just gonna sprinkle some of these in with my chicken. Didn't do a lot, because like I said, it's just my husband and I. Then I'm gonna do just a little drizzle of olive oil. Very little. And then I'm gonna take the fajita mix and I'm gonna sprinkle some. Probably, we don't like a lot of spice here, so we kind of ease up a little bit on it. So I'm gonna do about 1/2 of a tablespoon. This is the 4-in-1 spice spoon. It has a tablespoon, teaspoon, and on the back it has 1/2 teaspoon and 1/4 teaspoon. It's under $5. Add it to your cart. And they're all super, I'll show you in a minute here. That may have been too much. See how thin it is? It fits down into all of our spice jars. Okay, so that's it really for the fajitas. I'm going to toss them a little bit. This has actually been 1.5 minutes. See if they're done, and they are. I'm gonna go ahead and let it go because sometimes I like it when they get a little crispy and brown. Okay, so I'm gonna just toss this with her little gripper grabbies. These come in your kit too. Okay. And then we'll put the lid on here. And we're gonna pop the fajitas in there for 4 minutes. These are definitely done. I'll show you that in a second. Put this in here. Epicure is all about fast food. One of their mottos is raw to ready in 20 minutes. It's about good food real fast, and you really can do it. I just made dessert. Dinner's in the oven. I just made low carb tortilla chips. They're really hot. But get the gist, okay? So good. I love that feisty green. You definitely want to add that too. I was so glad they're keeping that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make guacamole. So in here I have a half of an avocado. Don't you love it when you open up an avocado and it's like perfect? Sometimes I feel like the angels sing a little bit when that happens. The best place I have found to get avocados, honestly, is Sam's Club. I buy the bag of like, I think there's like 5 or 7 of them in there. And I just put them on my counter until they start to have a little bit of give to them. And as they do, I put them in my refrigerator. And they're just almost always just perfect. Okay, so you smash up a half avocado. Our guacamole season, the recipe on the back says 2 avocados, 3 tablespoons of dip mix. There is a tiny bit of heat to this, so I usually use less. If I was doing 2 avocados, I probably would do 2 tablespoons, not 3. And for a half of an avocado, I will do probably a little more than a half of a tablespoon. Even that scares me a little bit. Then you just stir it, and honest to God, you're good to go. The recipe on the back says you can add a splash of lime to it if you'd like to. I never do. And it's just like the best avocado. Oh, God, that's good. Guacamole. Perfect season. Okay, what's next? We have the poco picante. And a lot of times during the winter, I will use 1 cup of crushed tomatoes, but this came out of my neighbor's garden, and it was a brandywine tomato, which is like my favorite. So I diced it up, and I'm using fresh tomato. So there's a little bit under a cup here. The poco picante, like I said, is hot. It has a spice to it. Pretty severe spice, in my opinion, but I'm a wuss. I really am. The first time I tried to make it, it says 2 tablespoons to 1 cup of diced tomatoes. I did 1 tablespoon to 1 cup of diced tomatoes, and I ended up having to add, I think I ended up adding the whole 28-ounce can with the 1 tablespoon but it was perfect. If you like more of a restaurant style, you can puree that, or you can use crushed tomatoes. So for this little bit, again, I'm not using a full tablespoon. I'm using probably a little under a half a tablespoon. Okay. And again, it's done. It's seriously, you stir it and you let it sit for a few minutes, and yes, it will get hotter the longer it sits. You can add some onion to it if you want to, but you really don't need to, because it has, oh, wow, so good and hot. I think I just got a little piece of pepper there. It has onion, sea salt, garlic, chilies, cayenne, jalapeno, and chives. So yes, it has a little bit of a kick to it. The one thing that I will say about the poco picante is it does not have any sodium in it. Well, yeah, it does. It has 80 milligrams of sodium, but to me, my tomatoes, I always add a little salt to. So there it is, right in front of me again. Old people problem. This is one of my favorites. It's herbed garlic. Now you have to remember that low to no sodium is a feature, okay? So there are going to be times when you're having something from Epicure and you think, oh, this needs a little something. Chances are it's salt. So just add a little bit of salt to it. The the guacamole, I don't feel needs it, but the poco picante, I always put salt on my tomatoes, so I think that's probably why. Okay. These have been in here for 4 minutes. Ooh. And they are good to go. So just like that, we have chicken fajitas, we have guacamole, we have salsa, we have brownies. I have a yummy drink. Just hit the tequila. Anyway, I love it. If you're watching this and you're interested in, if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay so I can go back through. Anybody who places an order by midnight tonight will get put in a drawing for an extra prize. I posted the different prizes that are available. And if you want to book a class, just put class in the comments. If you're interested in seeing more information with no pressure about the business kit, put business, and I'll get back to you. And I hope everybody has a wonderful Sunday evening. I'm going to go enjoy my margarita and my fajitas. Bye-bye.